Alright, the last type of word problem you could find on this test is the consecutive integer problem. There's three types of consecutive integer problem. That would be consecutive integer, like the one we have here, consecutive even, or consecutive odd integers. So we always want to define our integers. We have two of them, so I want to know what's the first one. Well, that's always just going to be the variable x. Depending on the type of integer problem you have, the second and or third or however many integers you have could be different. So consecutive integers means one right after the other. So to get from one consecutive integer to the next, we add 1. So I'm going to add 1 to x. Okay, so now we've defined our two integers. The first one is x, the second one is x plus 1. Well, I want the sum of them. Well, that means add them together. So x plus 1, those are my two integers, equal 99. There's your equation. Now we just solve it. So collect your like terms. 1x plus 1x is 2x plus 1 equals 99. Get rid of the plus 1 by subtracting 1. So 2x equals 98. And then get rid of the multiplication by dividing by 2, and x equals 49. Now this asked us to find the value of the smaller integer. Well, the first integer is 49 because it's x. The second integer is 49 plus 1, or 50, so the answer to this is the smaller one, which is just 49. Okay, this time let's try consecutive odd integers. Again, we have two of them, so our first integer is always defined as x. It's the second one that could change. Well, to get from one odd integer to another odd integer, you don't add 1 because that gets you to an even number. You have to add 2 so you can skip over that even number. So x and x plus 2 would be the definitions of the first and the second odd integer. So the sum, again, it's always going to be the sum. We're going to have x plus 2 equals 40. Collect your like terms. 1 plus 1 there is going to be 2x plus 2 equals 40. Subtract 2. 2x equals 38. Divide by 2. And x is 19. You should never get a decimal value for any of these integer problems because remember, integers do not include decimals or fractions. Also, this said consecutive odd integer, so this number should be an odd number, which it is. So then the next thing you ask or answer the question, what are the integers? Well, the first one is just 19 because it's x. The second one is 19 plus 2, or 21. So the numbers are 19 and 21. A quick check is that they're both integers, they're both odd, and they're consecutive, one right after the other. And if you add them together, 19 plus 21 does equal 40. Okay, the last type of integer problem you're going to have is a consecutive even integer problem. Well, this time we want three numbers, so we're going to say the first, remember that's always x. So how are we going to define the second and the third number? Well, since it's a consecutive even integer, I can't add 1. Again, I have to add 2 so that I can skip over the odd number in the middle. So this is also going to be x plus 2. And then keep adding 2. So instead of x plus 2, it's going to be x plus 4 because we added yet another 2. Okay, sum again, so I'm going to add these up. So I get x, that's the first integer, x plus 2, that's the second integer, x plus 4, that's the third integer, and the sum of those is equal to 30. Collect your like terms. 1, 2, 3x plus 2 plus 4 is 6 equals 30. Get rid of the 6 by subtracting 6 from both sides. 3x equals 24. Divide by 3. And this number should be an even integer, which it is. And now I want to find all of them. So the first one is 8 because it's x. This one is going to be 8 plus 2, which is 10, and this one is 8 plus 4, which is 12. So my answer is 8, 10, and 12. Notice they're all even integers, they're consecutive, and if you add them together, you do indeed get 30.